Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the coach, and we're set to bring you coverage from Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the Green.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. They'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This defense not going to lag back. They come with pressure that time, force him out of the pocket, and the incompletion.
And so many times when you're watching a game, you're seeing the offense doing all the dictating. In this case,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
They won't, and offensively, your challenge, should you choose to accept it, take care of the football and run out the clock. They can't just go and turtle, as we like to call it, just tuck in and just sit on the ball here. Try and get that first down and finish the game off.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground with Allen. Fights off the defender. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Allen. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Well, partner.
Hey, it's the coach in our Tiburon Studios in Orlando. This is the NFL on EA.
The Panther offense here. They're ready to go on 1st and 10. First down, Vic. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox. Breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now, here's Vic. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 35. Vic and Rice hook up for a big one. 42 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Steps away to his left. Whoosh. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a 1st down again.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah. What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This will be fielded at the 6. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go it just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Buying time to his left. They're spinning now. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
They got the touchdown, but a little risky, even though where they were to run the football in that situation on the final play.
If they give it up somehow, if a turnover is created and they take it back the other way, instead of a comfortable victory that they've got now,
Hey, everybody, it's the coach here in Orlando, getting you set for this.
So 1st and 10, and the Rams offense gets ready. A first down throw coming for Vic. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the... Oh, wide open, complete. There he goes again. And Vick and Rice hook up for a big one. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now Michael Vick, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes to throw. They'll leave this for Ware. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So a 1st and 10 as the Buccaneer offense gets ready to go.
Ready.
1st down, Winston. And he's got the hookup here to Deshaun Jackson. And Owen coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with Allen. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Allen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now a carry for Allen. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players. Because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup.
The Patriot offense set to go as they've got it 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A big play there for New England. And even 50 yards on the ground. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Time for a break. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And Myers able to knock it through. And it'll be a good time in the back bay tonight. The Patriots have won the football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing.
Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Indians.
And the Colts offense ready here for 1st and 10.
Eagle.
Vick will look to throw on 1st down. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he slides to avoid the hit. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. That one will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
And here's Lewis. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now Manning. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. To throw is Manning. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first. Way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll.
And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Michael Vick, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. From the gun, Vick being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rodgers will try again on second down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Working from the gun, Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space.
Randall Cobb on the breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 64 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, they'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Vic to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Vic and Rice hook up for a big one. 59 yards.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And now running right through it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Spins by. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run. This is Allen. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Rams have won the game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points
Hey, welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the NFL and Madden Ultimate Team on E.
Here are the Chargers now as they get set to go on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Right back to him on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll run it here. He can't get him down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, your defensive...
Welcome in, everyone. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast.
So 1st and 10, and the Rams offense gets ready. And they'll go on the ground. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jerry Rice, 62 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice, and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a one-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Time for a break. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the ball is knocked out, and the Rams have got it back.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When you break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. He'll get it up the middle.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. And that'll set them back 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, third and goal. Here's Vic. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Vic's going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because
the offense for the Cowboys getting set to go on 1st and 10. Vic operating on 1st down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Here's Michael Vick. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 12 more yards there and another first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
To throw, Vick. Oh, he stays up. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jerry Rice, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they'll run it here. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And on the ground they go with a running back. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Michael Vick. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll give it to him up the middle. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up. Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say,
Hello, everybody. Coach here, welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team.
The Eagles on 1st and 10. They're ready to roll. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Oh, look at that. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. And they'll go on the ground. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And they'll run it here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Eluding, and he's across for the touchdown. It's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Cody Latimer now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. One final try now for Manning. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the coach, and we're set to bring you coverage from Madden Ultimate Team. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between...
Out at 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Brady to Gronkowski. They make it look easy, don't they? And it's a Patriot 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Wide open, Julian Edelman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds. I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his...
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. He was looking for Gronk that time.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Vic readies to throw. Flushed out right. Man open, Rice. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, that's Allen. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now they try the right side here. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw, escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they have the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Now Brady. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. To throw is Brady. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Carlos Dansby in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And now the spike with 36 seconds left to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 40, the 30. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really
Hey, it's the coach in our Tiburon Studios in Orlando. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll go on the ground. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 3rd down, that's Allen. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they'll run it here. Down right around the 25. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Oh, fighting off the defender. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He'll get it up the middle.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still
Hey, everybody, it's the coach here in Orlando. Getting you...
And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Now Goff on first down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And a loose football. And the Eagles have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on the ground they go with a running back. Escapes the defender. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get it.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, that's Allen. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Vick. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, they're going to throw it here with Vick. He'll hit Jackson, complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. And they'll go with a ground attack here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed